All right. Well, switching gears here, this year the nation celebrates 100 years since women won the right to vote, and it was a right that did not come easy either.
That's right. New this morning, Aaron Fields finds out how one organization got the community together to honor this historic time. Good morning, Aaron.
Good morning, Josh and Alicia. So if you don't know what the North Dakota Women's Network is, it's an organization that serves to improve the lives of women, but most importantly, embrace the history of women's suffrage, a topic that still needs to be talked about today.
We do need to remember history. We do need to remember what happened, and we do need to know that the right that we have today to go to the polls.
Influential women and organizations throughout the state came together, inviting the community to remember an important date in history, one people often forget about.
I remember last year there was a young woman that came through and she said, I had no idea. I had no idea what these women went through for me to have a right that I sometimes take for granted.
The event was held at the former governor's mansion and was a time for men and women of all ages and ethnicities to take a step back and just listen. Whether that was to a speech, a poem, or to a local favorite, Miss Sparkle, who wrote a book about the journey of women's rights.
So it felt so good to actually read to boys and girls and parents and grandparents. I think it's just so important for everybody to feel like their voice is heard. And so I think it's just really important every year to really remind ourselves that has how it all began.
Although it was a day to celebrate and educate, Wolf says the organization does face backlash even to this day when it comes to fighting for complete equality. But she uses those harsh words or comments as motivation.
I think that's a great time to think about the suffragists. I may get an angry phone call or an angry Facebook message, but suffragists were thrown in jail and force-fed, and we have to continue to fight that anger and not back down.
Reporting in Bismarck for KX News, Aaron Fields. Dialectic Brewery also got in on the celebration, and they started their own Seneca Sour Brew, which is in honor of the first women's convention in Seneca Falls, New York. And a portion of those proceeds will be going to the Indie Women's Network. And Josh and Alicia, they had a great crowd come out yesterday, and it was just good seeing everyone out there. So good event to have.